It's a motherfucking go-go, baby. What up, everybody? It's your boy, Coco. Welcome back to another episode of Chaos Child. If you're new to the channel, consider liking, subscribing, and hitting that notification bell. And if you are already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that like button. With that being said, let's go ahead and get things started. I'm here early, boy. Oh, yeah. Mr. Krabs. What the fuck? Let's go ahead and hit that intro and we'll get things started. Alright. Let's get things going. You didn't get notified? Damn, my boy. Sorry to hear that. I got my little chippies. I should have saved my chippies for another occasion, but I'm just gonna have a little chippies because, you know, I didn't get that much to eat today. My sister's doing a little bit better, by the way. She's still in pain, but she's doing a little bit better. So I ended up getting Pringles pizza flavor. I'm gonna save that for later on, though. Alright, let's go ahead and get things started. We're gonna go ahead and load. We left off last time. We went back to the classroom. Our very good friend, what's his name, Inoue, is going to be talking to us about what's going on with the school and whatnot. So, we'll see what new things he has for us to say. We'll see how we're gonna engage with the other classmates. Brief summary of the last episode: the detective Shinjo actually got to speak with the girl that went all batshit crazy at the hotel. We started getting some clues about who the lady who does the streams every Saturday is. She gave us a hint about the stickers, even though we thought we were ahead of the curve by finding out that there was a connection between the murders and the stickers. We're coming closer to October 10 in the game, which is pretty much when the next murder is going to occur, and we're just pretty much trying to figure out, mind you, nobody in the school knows what's going on because they're just focused on the festival that's upcoming in the month of October. So let's go ahead and get things started. I'm gonna go ahead and load this up and we're gonna go from there. Make some cereal for lunch. Sounds good. Enjoy the meal. What up, Nani? I think that, I don't know, I hope the detective doesn't die. I have a feeling that Ito is gonna die next. I don't know why. What a pain. Yeah. Ito whispered as he turned the camera around the room, and I wholeheartedly agreed. We were in our classroom after school. The culture festival was just 3 days away, and from this afternoon on to the day of the event, classes were cancelled to allow more time for the preparations. The rest of the class must have been getting excited because they were making even more noise than usual as they started moving around desks and furniture. Since this marked the start of a real preparations for the cultural festival, the newspaper club needed to go around and take more footage of the rest of the school. We'd been on our feet all afternoon. I want the detective to die and shit. Would be better from a story standpoint. You think? Why would that be the case though? But then who's gonna help investigate this whole thing aside from Takeru? I didn't have time for this right now. What a nuisance. Yeah. Ito whispered as he saw the group glancing at us from a corner of the classroom.
What? Seriously? That's pathetic.
You have school, but you can still tune to the streams? You have school right now at this time? But isn't it like 10 something right now for you? Cabbage roll girl. So those guys uploaded stuff to Nikoniya, really? How sad do you have to be to rip off someone else's work? We didn't rip off anybody. Of course it's gonna be Takeru. The detective is just Takeru if he has some impotent shit. Damn, those wrong-siders. They didn't look at the timestamp? You know, I didn't realize they all watch Nikoniya. So much. Our class exhibit for the culture festival is a ghetto froggy cafe, right? Huh? Yeah. It was an article by the Watabe guy that made Ghetto Froggy get popular again. What up, it's Jason. This is a detective. This is a mystery horror game that deals around events from a previous game called Chaos Head, which deals with orphans who survive an earthquake that killed thousands of people. And there was some murders that happened on the previous game called Chaos Head that were called the I forgot the name of the murders. The new, I almost said new era. Anyways, there were murders that happened 6 years ago prior to this game. Fast forward to this game, these morbid murders are starting to happen all over again. Let's just put it this way: the last murder that happened in game was a guy who got strangled. His head got chopped off, and he was at a hotel. And it ended up horribly for everyone. We're gonna stream Persona 5 after this, yes. New Generation Madness, how could I forget? Thank you. So a lot of them knew who Watabe was. Is that why Ito's side again? It's more like an anime and I read over it and I narrate what's going on. Yes, so No, we're gonna play Persona after this. He was probably getting sick of the glances and whispers he'd been getting since lunchtime. So was I. Oh my god, it's Jason! That's what Dragon Fox wants me to play. We're gonna play Ace Attorney in December, by the way, so just keep that in mind. Yeah? Miyashiro. What? The look on Kawahara's face said, I have better things to do than waste time with you right now. How far are you with the footage of the preparations of the cultural festival? Whew. So that's all he wanted to talk about. Yeah. How was I supposed to answer that? We were just recording video, so there was no point when it was finished. And please stop looking at me like that. What? How far are you? Well, stuff's coming along fine. Is there an issue? Someone suggested it might look nice if we have the video of the preparations playing in the background during the closing ceremony. Can you get that ready? Ito put his hand on my shoulder. Sure can, right? Yeah, probably. You heard him. Alright, we'll go over the details tomorrow. Huh? Wait a second. I found myself speaking to Kawahara as he turned to leave. I don't have time for... What? No, nothing. Kawahara looked irritated that I'd stop him. Let's go, Kurusu. Kurusu? So wait a minute, my man Kawahara is banging Kurusu? Wait a minute, hold the fuck up, hold on. How I Knew Ace Attorney is by a video named Creepy Bad Endings number 36, Piss Guy number 1. I kinda know what Ace Attorney instead of Persona. I want Persona. We're gonna play Persona after this, by the way. If you have bought it, that's is. What castle are you in Persona? I'm in the first castle. We just started the game. The gameplay, by the way. But we are gonna do, we're still at Kamoshida, correct. We just started the game. That's why. I'm on like episode, we just started like a few videos of it, like a week or two ago. Kurusu seemed to be thinking about something. It wasn't clear if she'd heard him or not. And suddenly she looked at me.
Takeru!
What? Yeah, bitch, you don't got nothing to say, right, Kurusu? You fucking this bum-ass loser. For once, Kurusu seemed uncertain about what to say. Come to think of it, this was the first time I talked to her since the incident with Arimura.
Come with me.
Wait. I just started the beginning of the castle. Actually, we haven't even gotten in just yet. We're about to just start to get into the castle, so that's where we're at so far. We freshly started the actual gameplay. So I already ordered Ace Attorney. It's on my PlayStation. I just have to download it, and we're gonna play that in December. Christmas special with KokogamingYTV. She dragged me out to the corner of an empty hallway. I shook her hand off my arm. Like, bitch, get off of me! Oh, what? What's wrong? Kurusu cradled the hand I'd shaken off protectively.
Have you met Arimura since then?
Since then, you mean since we met in the student council room? She nodded. No, I haven't. That wasn't a lie. I hadn't spoken to her directly after all. I see. What? Is there something wrong with Arimura? Kurusu remained silent, her lips pressed into a thin line. And then...
You uploaded a video about those cases, right? Delete it now!
Had she been checking our page? Just a quick reminder, so what's going on right here is everything we've been doing right now to this point, Takeru has been playing detective behind her back. Kurusu and Takeru are also orphans who grew up in the same house after the incident that happened 6 years ago. He is very afraid of Kurusu because he looks up to her, and they were both like brother and sister, even though they're not blood connected. Something must have happened along the way that they both got disconnected and they no longer speak to each other like brother and sister. She does want to bang. Everybody wants to bang Takeru, don't get me wrong, but it's just that Takeru is more interested in these cases, which is fine. He should be living a teenage life, trying to bang all these women and having a harem and whatnot, but my man is trying to save the city because he knows something is happening here. Last time an incident like this happened with all these murders, a fucking huge ass earthquake happened, thousands of people died, and everybody's just acting nonchalant that this is not occurring, so...
And give up on that case too. You learned your lesson with the Left Hotel, didn't you?
It's true that the police took me into custody, but they didn't.
Something really bad could happen to you.
There was something different about the way she talked. Her whole personality was different than usual. It wasn't as forceful. She was lecturing me, but instead of looking me in the eye, she was cradling her arm. It was if she was speaking to herself, not to me. For the first time since I'd left the orphanage, I thought I might be able to win an argument with her. I'm not doing anything dangerous. That video I uploaded was just what the newspaper club normally does, right? A lot of people are watching that video now. I'm not like those people who can only write comments about it.
Are you still talking about that? You're not a kid anymore. You little bitch.
I'm going to the club room. If you're heading back to the classroom, tell Ito I'll be waiting for him. Shut down, bitch. I turned around without waiting for her to answer. When I'd gotten a good distance away, she said,
Kakadu, you aren't any different from anyone else. You're just a teenage boy.
Yo, never! Her voice wasn't as strong as usual, but there was no trace of anything like kindness in it either. I didn't stop walking. A minute later, Ito ran up to me and we walked to the club room together. Ito asked me if something had happened, but I told him that wasn't the case. Since I know LR Gogeta and Vegito link like crazy, so that's why I see them again, I will do the LR Vegito. DMs. Married to the money with my boos and not booed up and not be booed up. Make it squeakier, bruh. I can't make it squeakier than that. I could try to make it squeakier, but you know. Open this image in browser for your present. What the fuck you mean? Wait a minute, give me a second, guys. Dead ass a fucking elf?
Oh, you're finally here. You're late, guys.
Sorry. What's going on?
We just broke 100,000 and there's over 5,000 comments.
Huh? You're serious? It's a gnome? Oh, I thought it was an elf. I'm so sorry. It's a gnome. Ito raced over to the PC that Sarika was looking at. You're serious? Hey, Miyashiro. Calm down. 100,000 isn't that big a number. You're shaking, man. Shut up. She's right. We broke 100,000. Yesterday the video had only had 5 views and now it had over 100,000. Actually, it was getting close to 110,000. Seriously? The cause was obvious. It was the Nikoniya news video that had been updated this morning. What about the comments on Watabe's article?
When I looked before, there was a big fame war going on.
Sarika opened the page.
Yep, still is.
One out of every 3 or 4 comments on the article was criticizing it. I took a quick look at them. Most of them are fakers. The comments are linked to Twitter, so I'm seeing stuff from people who didn't even look at the article. Let's look at let's see what they refer to as fakers. Really quick. Fakers, a word invented by Miyashiro. It refers to someone who brags about knowing information easily available with a simple internet search, who writes comments with inaccurate information and pretends to be a right-sider. In Miyashiro's mind, their words are no different than meaningless scribblings, and he considers all fakers to be wrong-siders. I'm about to start calling people fakers, like you fake-ass nibs. It was this morning when we realized that something was going on with the view count on the video we uploaded. After Shibuya News had linked to it, the views had gone up almost 10,000 overnight. That in itself was a big deal. It was getting views faster than any video in the club's history. But this was to be expected. Kei had a lot of followers. After the broadcast had ended around midnight, Ito, Sarika, and I had gotten excited and quickly got in touch on our smartphones. We'd stayed up until close to dawn watching the number go up. But just before noon, it had really started to climb. Just as we decided to see where these new viewers were coming from, we noticed a comment on the video saying, "I came from Watabe's article." This was the article they were referring to. Nikoniya's web reporter, Watabe, had figured out that the sumo stickers were being placed near the crime scenes. And he had never before seen a photo of the room at the Love Hotel from the Revolving Dead incident. And in that photo, I was the first one to find it. Watabe had realized that the photo contained a sumo sticker and that the other crime scenes had sumo stickers nearby as well. he'd written up his findings in an article and published it. And as a result, people had come over to our video that discussed the same topic. 100,000 is a new record, right? The vice president's video on the Shibuya restoration got 50,000, and that was our old record. Yeah, that's true, but it's not just the content of the article itself, it's more than that. So many people are claiming that Watabe ripped us off. Heikio Academy Newspaper Club cameraman, do your job tracking the mystery of Shibuya sumo stickers. Wait, what? What did you send me? Cameraman, do your damn job. Oh yeah. They pretty much are saying that the cameraman doesn't do a good job in the game. Come on, dude. Still, 100,000 is 100,000, and in so little time, we're getting tons of comments too. Well, that's true. Still, it was hard for me to be happy. The reason we were getting so many views and comments was that the contents of Watabe's article were so similar to ours. Not many viewers seemed to think that we were the amateurs who just happened to put something together similar to Nikoniya News. A lot of people were enjoying the scandal of Watabe, the up-and-coming reporter, plagiarizing an amateur video. It was true that we'd uploaded our video before Watabe. That was obvious from the timestamps. Well, some of our classmates seemed to think that we had ripped off Watabe though. It's like flame war marketing. Huh? In this article Watabe wrote, I don't know if he really ripped us off, but no, that can't be right, can it? Even a web journalist wouldn't deliberately plagiarize an amateur video as marketing stunt. Well, maybe. And Watabe doesn't need to do that anyway. He's plenty popular already, after all those stories he's broken. And we only uploaded our video 2 days ago, right? And barely anyone saw it. It only got taken up by Shibuya News this morning. This article clearly wasn't written in a few hours. Yeah, that's true too, but something still bothered me. There were several conditions that had to be met for a flame war to really take off. Two of the biggest were that a famous person had to be the target, and that the mainstream media had to get involved. Just having our video picked up by Shibuya News was a first for us. What were the odds that the perfect fodder for an epic flame war would get posted at the exact same time? There's no point in thinking about it, is there? Ituo said as he watched me mumble to myself. Let's see if any of the viewer comments have anything useful in them. See? People are talking about the sumo stickers. Hey, Miyashiro, this is our chance, right? Ituo seemed unable to contain his excitement. Actually, you seem really excited about this. Huh? Do I? Shin's last video didn't get over 100 views after all. Ituo's face suddenly went red. That's not the issue here. Was that why? Don't look, come on. We lost some time because of the cultural festival. So let's get started. Kazuki! Kazuki with her big ass titties. Like I said, we're gonna stay neutral. We're not gonna pick positive or negative. We're gonna remain neutral because we want to play the game all over again, right? Kazuki looked up from her game. She'd been totally ignoring all of this. Print out some of the images from Watabe's article. Ituo took them and stood in front of the board. He started to put them up. His face was still red. He glared at the images as he looked for a spot to put them. Come on, check the video. You just made some cereal, Dragon Fox? What type of cereal do they have over there in China? Just out of curiosity. Well, whatever. If he thinks he's fooling me like that, then I'll let him think that. I still felt sick. Skip past the thumbnail.
Okay, I don't like it either.
No joke, I have some Cocoa Puffs in my pantry. What the fuck? Cocoa Puffs? Did somebody say Cocoa Puffs? Kale brah, you mean served. Every single kind, really? Like Cocoa Puffs? She skipped past the image of the sumo sticker and started to scroll through just the comments.
Don't rip off Watabe, no. This one was really uploaded first. We are the victims of the mainstream media.
You can ignore that debate. Grab for anything with the word sticker in it. I'm not seeing anything useful. One guy was calling it the Fatso sticker. Another was saying sumo sticker is my waifu. The fuck? This is not the last stream. We're gonna play Persona 5 after this, as a promise. Most of the comments were talking about Watabe's article, not the content of the video. It had turned into a full-scale war over the honor of Nikoniya News. Sarika must have been getting annoyed with it too, because she started to use her free hand to play with her Garo Froggy strap. But a moment later, her hand froze.
Huh? What's this?
The sumo stickers were made by Kalex. The wrong side are morons, it says. Whoa, we just got a big tip right here. They were made by Kalex. You're the wrong side or moron. Sure, there was a theory on the internet that an artist named Kalex was behind the stickers, but no one had ever found any proof. They'd probably just read the title or the first few lines of an article somewhere that said Kalex was the artist who created the stickers and never given it any more thought. Is this the last stream? 3 Pod Super Saiyan X. What the fuck? No, we're gonna play, like I said, we're gonna play Persona 5 after this. What's this address? There was a URL among the comments that was pasted with no explanation whatsoever.
Should I click on it?
Give me a second. I took a look at the letters and the address. It's just an Ama blog address, yeah. I wasn't sure, but it didn't look like a very dangerous page. What the fuck is this? Sumo sticker hunter, an urban legend lover who loves to relax by searching for a sumo sticker. A moment later, I was staring at a page with an ugly, garish background. I looked away from the sumo sticker that was its hit counter. What is this place? This got creepy, guys. Sarika clicked through the links on the page.
Looks like it's a page about the sumo stickers.
Oh no. I don't want to look at the fucking stickers. It must have been a lot of work to get all of these. Was this from before the earthquake? A sumo sticker photographed in Shibuya, date takes 10/1/2014. This was from 6 years before the actual earthquake. Are you guys noticing this? It's the same fucking pattern of where the stickers were pasted this time around. Wait a minute. What the fuck? Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. The ones on the right side. Wait, what? This makes no sense. Sarika must have still been bothered by the stickers because before she said anything, she scrolled down to the text-only part of the page.
The eye in the sticker sees disaster coming and acts to prevent it. The prophecy of humanity's destruction in 2015 was averted by the stickers, though there was still some damage.
Tomorrow we're gonna play Black Desert. We're gonna play Black Desert for a couple of hours tomorrow. I'm dedicating Black Desert only for tomorrow. Trust me on this. The prophecy of humanity's destruction in 2015. Does he mean the Egyptian apocalypse? So remember what they were saying about the eye, right? Somebody here mentioned about the eye that Takeru has also seen and that we've seen here in the gameplay. The eye in the middle of the sticker opens up. And from what they were saying is that this eye prevents disaster or warns us of a disaster that's coming. I didn't say we were gonna play Black Desert all day. I'm saying we're gonna play Black Desert for a really long time tomorrow. We're gonna play Sword Art Online as well.
I'm amazed you knew what he was talking about.
Everyone knows that. I read further down the page and saw that he considered the crash of 15 to be part of the prophecy and said that the stickers had saved humanity. Between the text and his choice in colors, the guy who made this page isn't right in the head.
Come on, but think a bit. The crash wasn't that big of a deal in Shibuya, was it? Do the sumo stickers protect against solar storms? Or something?
Idiot, why would you believe that? Shibuya wasn't hit bad because the restoration project provided for protection against solar storms. This is just a barrier theory.
The barrier theory?
How could she forget that? A long time ago, we spent a lot of time looking into this. The theory says that since sumo wrestling was originally a Shinto religious rite, the stickers have some religious meaning. It says that they form a barrier.
What kind of religious meaning?
Crap, I didn't know. Anyway, the barrier theory is nonsense. They're called sumo stickers, but there's no evidence that they're actually supposed to be a sumo wrestler. Good. I guess I fooled her.
What is this, Taku?
What? I know the answer!
You know who created them?
This? Sarika said as she pointed to a page about the creator of the sumo stickers. No. I was mistaken. Keep going. That background was using the nastiest colors I'd ever seen. My eyes were starting to hurt. What's this? The creator of the sumo stickers is not as many people seem to think. Kalex. Between this and the sheer number of sumo stickers photos, it was clear that the page's author was a little crazy but had done their homework. The creator of the stickers was sacrificed to the rest of humanity in order to build the barrier. No, maybe more than a little crazy. They were totally nuts. I hadn't read a page like this in a while. This creator... I stopped scrolling down the page. Her voice was shaking a little as she pointed at the screen. is inside a general hospital? I knew what she was trying to say. I could see Sarika's shock out of the corner of my eye, but I couldn't take my eyes off the words, Tokyo General Hospital. That was the hospital. That was the hospital I'd snuck into with Sarika in elementary school. The one I saw in my dreams all the time. Hey, Miyashiro. Okay, things just got creepy as fuck, man. Things just got really creepy right now. If you guys don't recall in the last episode, that was where he saw Sarika being put in a chair and they were doing experiments on her. Miyashiro! What? Kazuki stuck her face in front of the display from the side and pointed towards Ito. What? This is nuts. Ito was staring at the board as he whispered. Then he walked straight up to it. I knew it. Hey, look at this. He pointed toward the pictures that were stuck up on the board. What is it? I tried to hide my shock at what I'd just seen, but my voice was quivering. But Ito was completely ignoring me. He ripped off a few of the pictures. And stuck them back up. The huge number of sumo stickers and then the long distance shots at the ones found at the crime scenes. Look here. I could tell that Ito and Sarika turned to look at me when I laughed. I thought back to the conversation I just had with Kurusu. Something terrible might happen. I would keep going anyway. I would probably keep going all the way. Because I wasn't just an ordinary teenage boy. October 7th, 2015, Wednesday. 8 p.m. Tomigaya, Shibuya. Aoba Clinic. What did you send me? Cocoa Puffs? Oh, I remember these. I remember that picture. That's my favorite Cocoa Puffs picture, by the way. A 2-minute walk from Yoyogi Park Station. This private clinic, 20 minutes away from the heart of Shibuya, was loved by the locals for its homey, comfortable atmosphere. The clinic offered internal and pediatric medical services. It had no facilities to allow someone to stay overnight. The wait was 10 minutes at worst. Some days it was more common to find the directors drinking buddies there telling bawdy jokes than it was to find patients. The only full-time doctor was the clinic's director. He had 2 nurses. The only times it ever got busy were during flu shot season and when the director's neighborhood baseball team had its annual tournament. It's strange if it's not here. The clinic's second floor. This floor, with its living room, kitchen, and bath, and the third floor, with the rooms for the children, formed the localized small-scale children's welfare facility named Aoba Dormitory. There was no sign identifying it outside, so if you just walked by the building, you would have no way of knowing what the upper floors were an orphanage. Oh, this really stings. It's not here either. Hey, no.
Just a little more.
No! Where's the medicine? Ow! Wataru Sakuma, the director of the Aoba Clinic and Aoba Dormitory, looked at the dinner lined up on the table and froze. Boiled vegetables, white fish with plum, tofu hamburg steak, natto, rolled omelette with shiso leaves. The oldest girl at the dorm had been in charge of cooking ever since she came here when she was in 6th grade. Every year she started cooking more and more like an old woman. Listen, you're not a grandmother. Cook some meat.
You can ask for meat after you get rid of all that meat around your stomach. I don't want to be in charge of keeping your blood pressure down once you get old.
We've got growing kids in this family. Ah, damn it. Sakuma pressed his hands up against his temples and rubbed them.
What's wrong?
I can't find the Luxprofen. You know where it is.
What? Do you have a headache?
Yeah.
I think... Wait a second. Do you have a hangover?
Sakuma moaned a little. Kurusu smiled gently at him, still holding the kitchen knife.
Dad, it's bad enough that you, the head of this household and director of the clinic, are asking me where the medicine is, when I'm not even a nurse trainee. Hee hee. But you're telling me you have a hangover? Were you drinking when I was finishing up the paperwork last night?
Last night, I couldn't even get your booty. But when I called, I put my dildo on the phone. Nah, I was working too.
Then you were drinking during work. I see. I don't have any medicine to give you drunks. And also, no drinking for a week.
Huh? Hey! No! You're kidding.
It's all done. Call the two of them. Thank you. That was very good.
Thank you.
I'm glad you like it. I'll make some tea. You help me. But I'm not you, I'm me. What about fuck you? No, fuck me.
I'm trying my best here with the voices, man. Her little brother nodded, and together they took the plates the four of them had been eating onto the kitchen. It was their job to clean up. Yui Takibana and Yuto Takibana were brother and sister. They were the only two siblings at the Aoba dorm who were actually related by blood, and the rest of their neighborhood thought it was cute how they were always together. The Shibuya earthquake had occurred when Yui was in the 2nd grade and Yuto was only 6 and hadn't started school. After the earthquake, the two of them had come to Aoba dorm. The two of them had been depressed for a long time between the shock of losing their parents and their experiences in the earthquake's aftermath. Now they'd made it to the 2nd year of middle school for Yui and the last year of elementary school for Yuto. No, you can eat dinner with me tomorrow. During the meals, Sakuma had complained about Nono's ban on his drinking, but Yui had told him he'd brought it on himself. He'd spend the rest of dinner muttering to himself, but by now he'd calmed down a little. I've been so busy lately, you see.
No, it's a pain to warm it up. Again And I don't like it when everybody eats separately. I want us to eat as a family as much as possible, bitches. But why are you so busy?
Kurusu checked the clock as she spoke. It was almost 9. Aoba Clinic closed at 6:30 p.m. and it was often after 7 p.m. by the time Sakuma finished his paperwork and came up the stairs. Kurusu would have dinner ready around that time. But it was true that lately he'd been coming up later and later. Sakuma shrugged and said he wasn't sure why exactly, but
the clinic, one of my old university buddies, runs in Shibuya is busy too. And the big hospitals around here, like Tokyo General Hospital in Yoyogi, for instance, have also been really busy lately. Nah.
Oh, sorry. And
Well, there are a lot of theories. Some people say it's because people are excited for the festival and hurting themselves. Others say it's because they're starting to look into that syndrome again.
they're looking into it again? After 6 years?
The only thing that's really fixed is the town's exterior. You can't fix what's in here so easily.
Sakuma patted himself on the chest.
My patients are the same as ever, but my old classmates and the other peoples I know are sending me a lot of people. It's making my shoulders really stiff, especially after I jerk off.
Hold up, Tachibana? That's the same last name for the girls in Domestic Girlfriend. By the way, they sus as fuck. Best girl gets rejected in that show. The fuck? As her father rotated his shoulders to stretch them, Nono told him he was doing a good job. What did you send me? What the fuck? Picture of Cosby behind me? What the hell? He normally looked like a goofball, but Kurusu knew what he was reliable when it counted. Aoba Clinic was far enough from Shibuya that it hadn't been damaged during the quake, and so it had remained opened. She'd heard that Sakuma had taken in patients with minor wounds, a field that was outside his specialty, and treated them. When she helped at the clinic's front desk, the patients would often tell her grateful tales about what he had done then.
What's with this pear?
Pears. Rick Ross was here and shit, I guess.
It was on sale at Parlor Nishino. Let's eat.
Yui and Yuto had come back from the kitchen with tea and a sliced pear. She stuck a toothpick in a slice as she spoke.
It's so sweet and good. Oh, Yui, did you buy some punzu? It's as cheap as it gets today, right? Yep, the sale's limited to one person, so I took you and we bought 2. Alright, they say our usual supermarket's changing the hours for its time sales. No way. It's going to be an hour later, they state. That's a problem. How should we handle dinner? Shopping then. Oh, we're almost out of bath soap. That one with the white package.
The fuck? The one with the white package? That sounds like Coke.
I'm waiting for the weekend sale. Where at? Aoki Pharmacy. I've got a coupon. Really? That's great. Oh, did you see the veranda? The corner where we hang the laundry? Huh? What? What? What you said, bitch? And? If we don't do something, we'll eventually get red mites.
Let's go. Beat a nibble without taking any damage in Jump Force. What the fuck? Who, me? How the fuck? I haven't played Jump Force in ages. Which, by the way, I have to get back on Jump Force too. Now that I remember.
No! I don't want that either. Actually, I want it less than anyone. What is your problem? Does your throat hurt from sucking so many dicks? Do you have a cold? How is that possible? You're a doctor, right? Just remember that it's our job to take care of you, right? Doing the laundry is already hard enough since you sweat so much.
In case you guys want to know why he sweats so much, is because that motherfucker goes up to the rooftop, he beats his meat, and then, you know.
Lose some weight, okay? Do you know how much we spend on feeding you alone each month?
Sakuma slammed his teacup down on the desk. He'd reached the limits of his patience.
No, Yuri. We need to talk. Sit down, bitches.
We're sitting down.
Listen up, you two. I got a thing or two to say to you little bitches.
Sakuma pressed down on his temples again as he wondered where to begin. It felt like his headache was getting worse. But in the end, he couldn't come up with any ideas except to say it directly.
Can you two act like a little more like kids?
The two of them looked at him as if they didn't know what he was talking about.
No. What's your hobby?
What's this all about?
Just answer me. What's your fucking hobby, huh?
Cleaning my room?
And you, Yui?
Collecting supermarket sale pamphlets.
The two of them kept eating their pear slices, unsure of what he was getting at. And then they continued their conversation, saying, "What's his problem? It must be terrible getting old."
Sit down. Sit.
We are sitting.
Why are you two acting like little bitches at your age? Sales? Food budgets? Is that what kids supposed to talk about?
It was your idea to put us in charge of the chores.
Kurusu ran the Aoba dorm's budget and Yui helped her.
I'm telling you, have a little more fun. Go to the concerts, buy clothes, suck some dicks.
What you said? You also gotta get back on them. Try not to laugh. Yeah, we'll do a try not to laugh tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll do a try not to laugh, I promise. Old man is a pedophile surrounded by underage kiddies. We're bloodbath. What the fuck?
What? I don't need to. I can listen to music on the internet. And I get all my clothes at the flea markets when I can't find ones I like. I make them myself.
You're both too perfect. You'll never get boyfriends like this. You'll never get dick, baby girls. You'll never get dick.
I'm not interested in immature boys in my class. I like them older dicks. And everyone idolizes Big Sis Nono in middle school. Do they?
Of course. Yui nodded. Yui went to Hekiho Academy's middle school, which was located close to the academy itself. The high school and middle school did a lot of activities together, and Kurusu had gone to the latter before as part of her student council president job. Kurusu chuckled.
In high school, they mostly seemed scared of me.
You don't even have a boyfriend. I've never heard you talking about guys or dicks.
I'm not interested in the immature boys. I'm in my class. What? The boys in your class are the same way? Boys our age are the same no matter how old they are.
Kurusu sipped her tea with a smirk.
You and your brother's complex.
And then she spat it out like she'd been struck with a bullet. Somebody's choking on dicks. Choking on them dicks. NGL Kurusu looking thick. What the fuck?
Big sis, no, are you okay? You, give me a tissue. Okay.
Kurusu coughed as she took the tissue from Yui, then wiped down the desk.
Don't be weird.
Her face was bright red as she yelled at Sakuma.
You care too much about Takuto. No other boys will go after you if you act like that.
That's not true. I mean, they aren't, but...
Kurusu waved her hand, annoyed.
Anyway, he's...
He gonna dick you down, girl?
Big sis, no?
Kurusu threw the tissue in the garbage can without answering.
What about you, Yuto? I remember Yui saying something about a girl named Kono in your class. That's not true. I mean, it is true, but
Now it was Yuto's turn to turn red.
That's right. What happened with that? It was a love letter, right? No secrets, remember? Tell me.
Yuto shrank back into his chair, his tiny body becoming even smaller. Then he nodded. Yui leaned forward, excited.
And?
Tokuda found out, and
Yui's expression switched from jovial to serious.
What? Did he tease you?
Wait a minute. The little boys wrote a letter to another little... Wait, what? Hold up a second. Hold the fuck up. Wait a minute. After a short pause, Yuto nodded.
You need to speak up when someone upsets you. If you get used to being bullied, it eventually messes you up. Yeah. But if he teases you again, tell your big sister. I'll get him back. Yui, a girl shouldn't talk like that.
You're one to talk.
What does that mean?
There were two rules in Aoba dorm. After dinner, everyone would gather around the table to talk, and no one was allowed to keep secrets. When Sakuma decided to open up an orphanage after the earthquake, he first picked the name Aoba Dorm. The second thing he decided on were those rules. The four of them talked until around 10 p.m. when Yuto started to yawn. Telling each other about their daily lives was how they kept themselves grounded.
I'm coming in.
Hold on, be with me. Kurusu entered the empty room knowing there wouldn't be an answer. She started by wiping down the desk and then moved on to do the rest of the cleaning the same way she always did. Nothing had changed in the room since Miyashiro had left. So I'm assuming they went back in time to when Takeru was living here with them. Remember, Takeru left this place. He no longer lives here. He's living on his own in that little old van where he is currently at the moment. We haven't found out why he left this place. There must have been a reason. Hopefully they're going to touch base as to why he left, because most of his stuff is still here. He has a home. He has a dorm where he can stay at. The reason why he left, we haven't found out yet. Koko, would you still smash Kurusu if you found out she's a trap? What the fuck? No, she's a fucking trap. Why would I want to hit her? Why would I want to fuck a trap? What the fuck? It was still filled with books, papers, and DVDs. Home was the place where Kurusu felt the most calm and relaxed. It was where she could be herself and be with her family. Her favorite time of the day was after dinner. It wasn't that she was uncomfortable at Hikiho, but her personality was such that she was always felt like she had to put her job first. And she liked the role she had at home with her family more than she liked the roles she had in the outside world. As she cleaned the bookshelves, she saw a scrapbook. She'd seen it many times before, but she put it on the desk and started to flip through the pages. The book was filled with information on urban legends and crimes that had taken place in Shibuya. And on the last page was a collection of magazine and newspaper articles. The magazine article was dated about 6 months ago, just before Miyashiro had left home. And the newspaper article was from 6 years ago. It was about the Shibuya earthquake. This is why Miyashiro had left home and gone to live at Miyashita Park. The dates match exactly with the dates of the murders 6 years ago. They may be set up to look like suicides, but they're every bit as weird as the old killings. You're gonna fucking die, Takeru-senpai. Something might be coming for him, or maybe Takeru was getting involved in something. As his older sister, she had to protect her little brother. But...
Can I? Happened 6 years ago?
There was a knock at the door. She tried to take a few deep breaths to calm herself before she spoke.
Who's there?
It's me, I'm coming in. Why do you look like you're about to cry? I'm not here to rape your ass.
Huh?
She quickly put her hand up to her face. She wasn't crying. She took a quick breath to help her focus.
What's wrong?
You were acting a little weird during dinner.
Who was I?
Sakuma looked at the scrapbook on the desk.
Did he do something again?
His voice was a father's. Kurusu put the scrapbook back on the shelf. He like die a little bit, B? What? The fuck you mean, Ani? What?
Yeah, or no. I guess he hasn't yet, but he might soon.
He hasn't changed a bit. After the cops took him in at the local hotel, you tried to get him to stop, right?
Die a little bit. She die a little bit. Kurusu nodded, remembering what had happened in the hallway that day.
But he doesn't seem like he's going to stop.
Koko, would you smash that old nibble if you found out He's a reverse trap? What the fuck? I guess if he's a woman, then that's a different story.
That's rare. He usually does what you tell him.
That's because I didn't. Really?
That is true. In this case, she did not tell him what to do. In this case, she's letting him be loose. I don't know why.
What? What's wrong?
Sakuma sensed that something was wrong with Kurusu and sat down on the bed. He motioned for her to speak.
Dad, how did he start opening up to me? I mean, the rest of the family. You know, when he woke up from his coma and started his rehabilitation. He would barely talk to us at all, right?
And that is true. Of you and Yuto too, right? And you actually.
He said hella gay? You would smash that nipple just because he has his clit, even though he still has that beard and No, wait a minute, hold up a second. I didn't say none of that shit. I said if he's a woman, it's a different case. I didn't say I would do it. The fuck?
I don't remember that far back. It's there ever really?
Oh, shit, a fucking fly. I'm sorry, there was an actual fly in my fucking room and I was still in character. But he crossed his arms and seemed to be trying to remember the past. Soon...
I don't know when he started opening up, but I don't remember the first day he ate dinner with us.
Oh.
Kurusu realized that she remembered too. Even after he'd started his physical therapy and learned to walk again, for a while he kept eating dinner alone in his room. Sakuma had told him that everyone was supposed to meet and talk after dinner, but he used his poor health as an excuse to stay in his room.
I remember that. What happened with that? Actually.
Things are as simple as a oh shit, a fly. I have to go back and listen to that part.
I think is what you said, I think. You remember how you helped with this physical therapy? You said he was part of his family, so you would take care of him.
Miyashiro had refused, but she told him there was no reason for him to be embarrassed now. She had been in charge of cleaning his caterer when he was in a coma after all.
And then you started spending more time with him. You've had that brother complex of yours for a long time.
I told you it's not like that.
And then when he was finally able to do everything on his own, and you came to me and asked if it wasn't time for him to go to school, do you remember what you said?
Kurusu tried to think, but she couldn't remember herself saying anything special.
I guess he didn't go to school a lot before. But I'll make it so he can. If anyone bullies him, I'll get them back and punch them in the baby maker. You're kidding.
She didn't remember that at all.
It's true. Remember what Yui just said? She definitely got it from you. You used to have an even sharper tongue than you do now. And he wasn't in the room, but he heard you say that. And that was the day he started to beat his meat to us. Well, he still didn't go to school all that much, but even if he spent most of his time in the nurse's office, it was still thanks to you that he was able to graduate.
As she listened to Sakuma's word, she could feel the terror that had been building inside her start to fade away. Instead, she felt a mixture of confidence, nostalgia, and joy.
Did I say that? Big sis, no. What are you doing?
What about you two? What are you little bitches doing up this late?
You was going to the bathroom, but then we heard you talking. I see.
She smiled a little at Yuto's embarrassment. He couldn't go to the bathroom on his own at night. He'd always been shy and spent most of his time clinging to Yui, but the earthquake had given him mild scotophobia too. Dang, bruh, why can't Takuro and Kurusu just fuck already? Well, because you know what? The fucking earthquake got in the way. What's scotophobia? Wait a minute, let's look at what scotophobia is. I like to learn new words anyways too. Let's see. Scotophobia, a type of specific phobia. Specific phobia is a type of mental disorder where the subject exhibits an extreme mental and physical rejection response towards a specific object or situation, such as heights or needles. Scotophobia is the fear of darkness, and it's commonly found in small children. The primary causes of this disorder are experiencing trauma in the dark place or being unable to control the instinctual fear that humans, being non-nocturnal creatures, have of the dark. Ah, that's what it is, scotophobia. Scotophobia. I mean, I think I got scotophobia sometimes.
Hey, do you two want Takuro to come back? Of course, we're family. Yeah. And we're doing all the cleaning. That was big bro Takuru's job. And the shopping too. Oh, that too. I forgot.
Kurusu laughed and looked around her missing brother's room at her family. There was no changing what happened 6 years ago now.
Yui? If anybody's mean to Yuto, get them back. Yeah, of course.
She would just have to protect her family so that they could live together again. Kurusu took out her smartphone and left the room, leaving her uncertainty behind. And that's where we're gonna leave it. That's where we're gonna leave it. We went back to Takuro Miyashiro's place. We're gonna leave it there. We have to leave it at the cliffhanger. We have to leave it at the cliffhanger. Nah, the earthquake made them meet in the first place. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I said, the earthquake had traumatized all of them. At this point, Kurusu has that big sister complex towards Takuro, even though they're not blood related. Her thing is about her protecting them. Remember, when you're kids, you're not thinking in and don't take this the wrong way, you're not thinking in a sexual way, and it's true. Like you're kids, you're not thinking in that sense, in that matter, or you're not thinking you know what love is. You can distinguish love, but as you get older, love ends up branching out into physical love and other types of things that adults do and whatnot. So she was thinking as a family member that she had to act only as a big sister towards Takuro. But now as she's getting older, and what her adoptive father is saying is that, listen, you're becoming an older woman. The only person or guy you have been close to has been Takuro. And Takuro in this case is also becoming a young adult, a young man. Which means they both clearly have feelings for each other. She needs to stop seeing him as a brother because he's not her blood brother. Yeah, they got raised together in a family and whatnot. But in the end, the care that she has for Takuro is more than just, I guess, a big sister. she actually has feelings for him because she's a woman, he's a male, and even though they got raised together, they're gonna create a bond with each other, right? But they're not blood related, so she needs to get that shit out of her head and realize that, listen, it's okay for her to have feelings for Takeru. That's her nibba. Anyways, have a good night, Lokodoken. Thanks for coming through. With that being said, we're going to leave it there for now. If you're new to the channel, consider liking, subscribing, and hitting that notification bell. And if you're already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that like button. We're going to have the last stream of the night. After this, we're going to play Persona 5. With that being said, my boys and girls, thanks for coming through. I'll leave you with the outro, and I'll see you in a little bit for Persona 5. Have a good one. As always, I appreciate your viewership. Don't forget to check out my Twitter account. And as always, drop a like. It really does help out my channel a lot. Have a good one, and I'll see you boys and girls next time. Peace!